HTML describes the format of web pages through use of tags. Let me show you an example of what tags are. Tags are very important. Now you're able to write and make web pages through, if you have Windows, you know Notepad. You know, if you go to My Programs, Accessories, Notepad, or Mac, we use TextEdit. Or if you have the program, Adobe makes a program called Dreamweaver, which is more advanced, that you can make web pages. So I've opened up Text Editor. You would just go under like Text Edit right here and then open it up. And then a tag. My first and always tag is HTML. Now you see this little sign here? That's called a tag. And then I'm going to put HTML and then close tag. Now it's very, very important that you always have an open tag with your parameter and then a close tag. And that's, you always start a new web page with this tag, HTML. Okay, now open tag, and I'm going to put title. Now it's not case sensitive. Like if you have it all caps, it's okay. But here's open title. So let's get a title. Let's ask Hosanna, Mr. Vice President. Give me a good title for our first web page. How's it?
That's good.
Okay. I want you to indent all the text. So 2 spaces to indent because that's not a tag. That's just what we're going to be using. Now, when we're done with our title, okay? So we're going to use a close tag. You see this little forward slash? You see the forward slash? That's a close tag. So I'm going to put title. Okay? Now the next is open tag body. Okay? Now this is the format you're always going to use. So get that ingrained in your mind. Okay? If you have like a missing tag, like if you forget this, it's not going to work. The whole thing won't work. So make sure that you're meticulous and have everything. So for our body, we're going to say, how's it world? So that's for our first text. Okay? Now, yes, you are right. Joe is right. You want to indent that. Now, if we're done with our body, what should we do?
Slash.
Yes. Forward slash or backslash?
Backslash.
That's forward slash. Okay, and what's the last thing we do?
Conclusion.
What's the last tag? Remember, for every open tag, there needs to be a close tag instruction. So close HTML. Okay, so there's our text. Now what I would do is go to File, and first of all, you want to go to Format, and you want to go to Format, Make Plain Text. Make sure you have that. Okay, and you're gonna go to File, Save As. Now, index. Why do I want to name this index? So let's say we make a bunch of pages and we put them on the internet. And how does the internet know where your home page is? Okay, index. So the internet is the browser, the crawlers, it's gonna look for index HTML file. If it doesn't find one, then you won't have a home page. So that's why you need to do your home page as index.html. Okay? And then that's okay. And then I hit save. And then yes, use.html. So now if I go to my desktop, I have this file. Okay? So I'm going to double click on that file. And boom, there it is. How's it world? And look, that's my title that I did, or that Hosanna told me. And then we have our first web page made as a class.
So is this like, that's like how you make a website?
Yes, so this is the basics of how websites are made, like through programming. Okay, so that was very basic. So let's go back to our lesson and learn a little bit more about it. So there's different parts of a website. Like you can have headings, you can have an image, paragraph text, a list text, bold and italics. So these are things that we're going to be putting into our site. Okay, so again, tags are being used. And then B, what do you think B stands for? Nope. Raymond, what does B stand for? What about Microsoft Word? What is B? Bold, yeah, so that's a bold tag. Now, remember we talked about there's a lot of different browsers? So each browser kind of interprets like your code in a different way. Everything is similar, it's just a little bit different. So here's examples of the same coding, but different browsers being used. So as you see, it's a little bit different. Initial HTML tags. So this is what we just did. So what you're going to do is make this. Right now we're just going to make according to what they have. You're going to follow these instructions, and then you're going to use the H1, H6, and then you're going to put headings, okay? And then you're going to put this information, okay? So, but you guys are fast typers, so it should be pretty good. H1, what does H stand for?
Heading.
Yeah, heading. So H1 is the largest heading. H3, it gets smaller and smaller. H6 is the smallest heading, okay? And then see the red stuff? That's what you add to it. And then see all this? I'm not going to make you type all that. If you go to the next slide, you can just copy this in and then paste it in. And then there you go. And then there's order lists and unordered lists that you can look at. And then make sure it looks similar, okay, to the tutorial. Now, last thing I want to show you guys. We have How's It World, right? Let's put this as a H1 heading. So now in the tutorial, it may not tell you to indent, but I want you to indent because it'll be easier for you to see. Now let's say we want to bold. What is the bold tag? B. Let's say we want to italicize it too. What is that? I. We want to do the biggest heading. What is that?
H1.
Yes, H1. So if we do multiple tag attributes to one How's It World, we can put them on the same, okay? But if there's different words, then break them up, like, so we can do it that way. So if I'm going to do all this, I would just Command C, go over here, Command V, and then just add the close tags as a shortcut. And then let's put in Hosanna, give me one more text line, like a famous phrase.
Check their calendar.
All right. Check the calendar.
Your calendar.
Okay. Now, if I want to save it, just hit Command S. Okay. And then go back to my page that I made. Where's my page? Is it the whoops? Okay, and now look, it's How's It World, check the calendar. Now, if I make a change and I hit like check the calendar exclamation mark and hit Command S, I click here. What's the shortcut to refresh the page?
F5.
F5 or Command R is refresh. And look, now there's exclamation mark. Okay. Let's say you lost your text file, but you have your index.html. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you only had this file. You're like, wait, how can I edit it? Well, if you command click on the website or the web page, and you go to View Source, okay, then it'll open in the text editor, and then you can go ahead and edit it.
How do you like publish?
And this works on other sites as well. And if you control click on this website and view page source, you can view other sites' page source too. So this is more advanced coding, but you can learn a lot from other pages and how they did things through this. Okay?